Trujillo, world's greatest living artist. I want to talk to you guys today about something very cool. Those of you who are artists and you're like, man, I'm having such a fucking hard time selling my artwork. Do not fear anymore, because I put together some art workshops for people getting started, for people getting the ball rolling. And those of you who haven't gotten my Craigslist artist guide, I got a little thing to tell you today. Look, I just launched my Craigslist artist guide video version. So those of you who need me to be in front of a camera rather than you reading a PDF file or an ebook, maybe that's the way that you consume information. For example, I used to love reading, but after a while, it was just not the thing that I wanted to do anymore. Right? Just reading stuff. I came to a place where I needed to get audiobooks. Either I didn't have time. That was one of the first things that started happening. I didn't have time, and I'm just more of an audio visual learner. You know, I love reading, but as you can see, I need glasses to read, so it tires my eyes. My eyes get a little bit tired. And so, what's up? How's it going, Angela? How's it going, Heather? What's up, Beach House? What's up, Kim? Good to see you, Kim. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you here. So, guys, I started launching my workshops, and today I want to talk to you really quick here about the eBay. Not the eBay, the Craigslist. I'm sorry, the Craigslist, because I'm working on the eBay guide too. The Craigslist artist guide. This is a guide where I showed you guys how I was able to create. Awesome. What's up, Crystal? How I was able to create $525 in one day. And now, most artists are not going to think, man, I got to go to Craigslist and start selling my work. I totally get it. I wasn't like that. When I went to Craigslist, I was actually very afraid. I was like, oh shit, man, this is Craigslist. You know, all kinds of creepy people and whatnot. But the reality is that it's not true, guys. It is a platform. It is where people go, buy, sell, trade, whatever they do. What I was doing when I started is that I started selling stuff. I started selling stuff for a company where I was working. I was working at this company, and it was during the housing bubble, right? Everybody was just, you know, getting whacked left and right. And, well, my boss, too. Not enough sales, not enough selling. So he tells me, look, dude, we got to sell everything we have in this warehouse, and it's up to you. It was up to me to go sell everything we had at the warehouse. Everywhere from the product we sold to all kinds of stuff, to office furniture, tools, power tools, desks, and even pictures that we had hung there in the warehouse. A lot of computers and stuff like that. So it got to the point where I was so confused, man. I was like, man, I'm losing my job. I had a small business with my wife. We owned a clothing boutique downtown in Tucson, Arizona. And I was like, man, we got to close everything up now. That's not working over there. My boss is telling me he's going to let me go. And the only way that I can get some extra cash is by selling some of the shit that he wants me to sell, because he wants to close this business too. So my neck was under the knife, as we say in Spanish, or underwater, right? I needed to move fast. I needed to do something. I had no idea where to get started. When people told me, dude, you gotta sell your artwork in high-end galleries and whatnot. Remember, during this time, I don't want to confuse you all. During this time, I was an artist as well. Okay? So I wanted to make it as an artist. I wanted to get into the galleries and on and on and on. But nothing was working for me. And now looking back, now I see why nothing was working. But I was confused. I had no idea. I mean, I had all kinds of reasons and excuses. And I felt overworked and tired. And I just had no idea where to go. If you've ever felt like that as an artist, where all you're doing is creating artwork and kind of being a little bit afraid about what to do next, because most of us are, what to do next, where to sell your artwork, and when everybody and their dog is telling you how to do it, it gets even more confusing. Everyone and their dog tells you, dude, you got to go to the high end galleries, and you got to do this, and you got to put this high end price points, and sure, why not? But when you get started, it's very confusing, because people that are giving you all this information, they're not authorities. They're not authorities in the damn thing. They're not authorities, right? It's usually some random neighbor, a friend, a family member, who, by the way, and I don't mean this to be disrespectful, but most people give up on their goals. So when they're telling you, it's like me trying to tell someone, oh, look, this is how you exercise. Dude, I haven't exercised in a while. I can't tell you how to exercise. I can tell you how to sell artwork. Right? I've done that. I've been able to do that. I've been able to do that for the past 7 years. I made a full-time living as an artist for the past 7 years. This is how I support my family. This is what I do on a daily basis. And when everybody was telling me how to sell artwork, I was like, dude, I don't know if I can. I can't even think with that. I don't know if I believe you, because first, there's other artists telling me how to sell art, but they themselves were not doing shit. Right? They weren't selling anything. They were not selling any type of art. They were, just not winning at the game. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. Again, maybe they're winning at the game spiritually, mentally, happy. They're happy. They're I don't know, whatever. Right? They're making sense of it, but they were not getting paid. And that's something that I wanted to do. I wanted to get paid. I wanted to get paid for my artwork. And so when my boss told me, we got to close the company and you're going to be out of a job in the next couple of months. And then I was also, with my wife, we're closing our shop. So everything just kind of started crumbling on me. It's a funny thing what you do when things start crumbling, right? You kind of rise to the occasion. This is the moment where heroes are made, I guess. So what I did is that I started selling everything on Craigslist. I knew that people bought stuff on Craigslist, so I started selling all of his stuff on Craigslist. That's what he told me to do, so I went there. What happened during that time is that I became a Craigslist selling master. I almost became a Craigslist selling samurai, right? I just got the hang of it. And this is very important, because most people don't do anything unless you're being pushed to do it. Unless you're being pushed to do it is when you start reacting, when you start acting, right? If you're not pushed to do it, you're not going to do anything. But when you're pushed, when the doctor says, hey, by the way, you should probably exercise a little bit before, right? That's when we're like, oh my God, I got to get in a diet. I got to start running. That happened to me in regards to creating income. When everything started crumbling, there was a fire under my ass, and I had to do something. So I became very good at selling stuff on Craigslist. And so I learned the tricks. I learned that the most important thing in selling on Craigslist is really, it's just a couple of things. But the most important thing is that you have to show up, right? You have to be able to show up, and you have to do it on a consistent basis. The next most important thing to selling on Craigslist is that you have to put in a phone number. Most people don't know this. Most people won't do this. This is funny. Most people will not put a phone number. They're afraid that someone's going to bother you or they're going to bug you. This is how I made the sales. Putting a phone number, I would put call or text, and people would be like, hey, where can I meet you? Where can I meet you? I need to buy that desk. I want to buy that computer. So I got so good at it. Because I had so much inventory, and it wasn't mine, so I didn't feel like I was losing, right? This is very important. I did not feel like I was losing, so I was just pushing this inventory into the marketplace. And what happened is that I started learning a couple of just really good things. And my self-belief went to the roof, right? Because I started selling so much. It wasn't my stuff. I was just trying to secure the next paycheck, right? But I got so good at it. And what happened is that when I went home and I saw my artwork there that I hadn't sold for a while, I was like, man, I've been getting so good at selling stuff on Craigslist. I know I can sell my stuff. Now, most artists would be like, no, dude, that's crazy. I will never sell my stuff. This is what I learned about Craigslist. Craigslist is a traffic generator. And most people don't know this. Most people are thinking, oh, yeah, well, they're going to kill me in Craigslist. Of course they are. Everybody, everywhere you go. Sell something for $1,000 in a gallery. See how much you end up with. If you're lucky, you'll end up with $300. If you're lucky, that's not even including taxes and your personal expenses. So there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is that most artists, this is a challenge that I faced as an artist. Most artists are not selling $1,000 painting every day. And what I found out on Craigslist is that although I was making $50 here, $100 here, $200 there, $20, $80, it in one day I was able to create $525. Now it felt like this was just a one-time deal. But baby, you have to rinse and repeat. You have to rinse and repeat. That's where the magic is. All right. So I came up with a PDF a while back, a couple of months ago. I came up with a PDF and I was sharing this with people here on Instagram. I was sharing this in my artist pages, and people just went to it and they started getting it. They started buying it. Some people had some great results. I cannot promise results, guys, because I don't know if you have the hustle muscle, right? If you're willing to put in the work. I don't know. And I can't promise results. I'm just showing you what worked for me. I was able to create in one day $525. Now what I did is that I realized that a lot of people are not very much about reading, right? I know I'm one of those people. I didn't even know what the hell I was thinking when I did the PDF, because I like reading, but I can't do well reading. Like, I don't consume information reading because, as you can see, I think I just my eyes get tired, or I'm a little bit dyslexic. So what I did was, dude, I got to do this in a video, right? I got to do it in a video because that's how I learn. See, most of the stuff that I do is for me. It's how I learn. So when I did it in a video, it just made so much sense. So here's a little story, guys. I went and I created, okay, I went beyond what I wrote on the Craigslist PDF ebook or artist guide, and I created a video over an hour long, okay, where I walk through you. I basically hold your hand and I walk through you step by step, and I tell you how I was able to create $525, okay, in one day, selling my paintings there. Now, some people would say, well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You probably gave them all away. Yes and no. It's not really the thing. The thing is the generation of opportunity. It's really what works. See, when I was selling my stuff in the galleries, I would show up, right? I would show up and try to sell something in a gallery. The problem with selling in the galleries is that you need a lot of galleries, or you need very high-end galleries, and you need galleries, not just one gallery. This is the problem with most artists. They only have one gallery or two galleries, and so they're waiting. They're like hoping. Did we sell something? I remember when I was exhibiting in the galleries, man, I would bother the hell out of them. I would pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, so how'd it go this week?" No, Jose, we didn't sell any of your work. Oh, okay. Hey, so how'd it go this week? No, because you're waiting on it, right? You're a terminal. A terminal, the terminals is where you're waiting, right? You're waiting for energy to flow your way. Well, when I decided to roll up my sleeves and actually me going to the marketplace, everything changed, and it changed immediately. It started working for me. Okay, so now this is just a step to get you started. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not a look, if you've never made any income selling your artwork, I promise. No, this is just to get started and to get your hands, to get some cash in your hands, to get started and start feeling like you can do it. Because what I've learned in my 20 years as an artist, what I've learned is that if you don't believe you can do it, you sure as hell ain't gonna do it. You have to believe, and the only way to believe is start creating actions. See, the whole secret to this damn thing about being an artist is that you have to be so busy. You got to get so busy that you just start generating opportunities. See, I didn't know this. I stumbled up on this when I started on Craigslist. What I did was that I was already so busy trying to get my boss's furniture and stuff out into the marketplace, into Craigslist, right? That it was the easiest. Number one, it was the easiest way to go about it, right? It didn't cost anything. I didn't have to go sign up to some Etsy or eBay or something. It was easy, okay? I didn't have to go sign up, remember. It was very easy. Number two, it's free. They're not charging. Last time I checked, they're not charging on Craigslist. Number three, the most important one, There's people there, and there's people, okay, here's the best part. There's people with cash at hand, waiting. A lot of people are just trying to get rid of that little bit of cash they got. A lot of people in this world, that's all they're doing. You know, we're looking to get rid of a little bit of cash. I don't know why. It's just human behavior. So there's a lot of people on Craigslist, believe it or not, right? Just trying to get rid of some cash. And so it was the easiest way. I didn't know any other way that was so fast and easy for me. I was trying to look for something that would give me a reason to show up. I was looking for something that I didn't have to go like sign up and wait. Remember, I didn't have time, not because I didn't want to. I wanted to. I wanted to go through some, put myself in a line somewhere, right? Put myself in a line and wait for the right opportunity, do things the right way, some click funnels like people are doing today, you know, get organized. I didn't have that. That was a luxury I could not fucking afford. I could not afford any of that. My wife was looking at me like, dude, are you still going to be playing artist? And my wife is one of the most supportive, if not the most supportive wife a man can ask for. She was extremely supportive with me throughout my whole career since we were dating. But, when pushing comes to shoving, baby, you need to make some dough, you know? So my wife was looking at me like, hey, you going to keep doing that? Because if you're not, then you should invest that energy into another job. You know, you should invest that energy maybe into a set. I already had 2 jobs. Maybe into a 3rd job or something, or get better at the first one, or I don't know, invest the energy somewhere else because that's not working. Being an artist is just not working. So I understand, guys. I've been there, done that. I understand what it feels like to look at a pile of paintings and realize, shit, man, I haven't sold any of them. I've been carrying them around from place to place. You hang them in one gallery, you're asking $5,000 a pop, and you get 0. And if you sell something, it happens maybe once every 6 months. You know? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm telling you guys my story. How I've talked to a good number of artists, and they share my story. So I don't know if you're watching and you're sharing my story and you're like, dude, I know what it feels like carrying this work around, listening to everyone who didn't have authority, telling me, hey, well, how do I do this? The only reason I say, guys, that I have authority is because I make a full-time living. Now, just to give you a little bit of perspective, 7 years ago, I started making a full-time living as an artist. And my first year, I made over 6 figures, 100K. Okay, my first year selling artwork, and this was 7 years ago. So I have I consider myself to have a bit of authority on that subject. Now, I don't have the authority to be telling you, hey, by the way, guys, this is how you make it big in the galleries and blah. No, I exhibit from time to time, and I know how it works, and I've done it. But I'm the type of hombre that rolls up his own sleeves and figures that out on my own, right? I have to go figure it out on my own. And I'm not talking about reinventing the wheel. I'm talking about I hate the waiting game. I hate waiting. I hate waiting for people to tell me that they're going to pay me. I hate waiting for people to tell me that okay, now it's your turn. Now you can exhibit. Fuck that. I'll go have 5 personal exhibits before I wait for someone to tell me that it's my turn. Like, I do it. For me, it's all about this American dream, baby. You got to do it yourself, you know? You got to do it yourself. And it doesn't take one person. I understand. It takes a village, right, to raise a child. It takes a lot of people to help. It hasn't been me. It's taken a lot of people to help me get there. But it has to be you in the beginning. You are the one who has to get up and do it. And that's how I did it. I started on Craigslist. Now, if you want to learn how to do that, let me know. DM me. And I'll send you a link to how to get that video, okay? If you don't want to get the video, it's totally cool. I have a lot of videos on YouTube where I show you guys how I got started in different ways. But if you want me to hold you by the hand and tell you, look, you don't want to waste time, okay? You don't have to go and get my video. I promise you that. You don't have to go and get my video. If you just pay attention enough on my YouTube videos, you'll get it. But if you're a person that's like me, who's tired of wasting time and waiting and trying to put the dots together, and you're just ready to roll, okay? then you're probably going to want that video. Now, it's not everyone's cup of tea, and I explain why and how to go about it. Now, if you don't like it, if you don't like what you see, there's no problem. I'll give you your money back. If you're like, dude, I didn't like what you had to tell me on Craigslist, right? I don't agree with it. I don't believe it. I don't like it. Give me my money back. Hey, look, there's no way for me to hide anywhere. I'll give you your money back like that. One thing I don't like that feeling that I fuck with someone. I'll give you your money back like that. It's just not me, okay? And besides, there's nowhere I can hide. I'm all over. I'm all over the internet. So if you are tired of waiting, let me know. DM me or send me a private message or something, and I'll send you the link and I'll show you step by step. This is only for people who are serious and are now ready to move to the next step. Okay, I will be coming up with new workshops, guys. I will be coming up with workshops as how to use your phone. If you're an artist, most people don't know how to use your phone. Your phone is your new best friend if you want to sell your artwork. How to paint, beginning painting for artists, oil painting, acrylic painting, watercolor painting, all sorts of stuff. I've learned a lot of shit in my art career. I've learned a lot of things in the past 20 years. Yes, I do tend to cuss here and there. It's just the way I am. I'm sorry. I come as I am. But I've learned a lot of stuff, and I'm not going to keep it anymore. I'm going to start sharing it. And those of you who are like, dude, show me some of the stuff. Show me some of those tricks you've learned. I'm ready to share them. I'm ready to show them. And this is just the way we're going to start doing things now. I was doing some coaching. I still do coaching, but I was doing quite a bit of it. It takes a lot of my time from my artwork. And those of you who don't believe that I'm an artist, I mean, I am an artist, guys. I'm in a 3,200 square feet studio. This is just a little bit of what I paint on a daily basis. I am an artist, guys. I'm not fluffing with you, but I'm just showing you how I was able to get started, okay? Just how I was able to get started. And one of the things that I got started on was Craigslist. It's not the only way, guys, okay? In no way am I saying that this is the only way. But this is how I got started. Now, another thing, in no way am I saying that you are going to get the same results or anywhere near the results that I got. I'm not saying that because I don't know. It's going to come down to you. What I do know is that I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to grab you by the hand. I'm going to walk you through, and I'm going to explain to you exactly how I did it. The video is over an hour long. Okay? I don't think we need more than that. And if you have any questions, you can always DM me here. You can always reach me here. I'm always even putting my phone number. I even put my phone number online. You can go to josetrujilloart.com and you'll find my phone number, my email. You can get a hold of me. And the fastest and easiest way to get a hold of me is through Instagram. I'm always on Instagram. Okay, I live on this place now. So if you're like, dude, I didn't like your video. I didn't think there was any value. If any way you don't think there's any value, hey, no problem, no problemo, compadre. I'll give you your money back like that, fast, no hard feelings. And maybe later on you'll see something that you actually resonate with. Maybe that's not for you. Maybe selling on Craigslist is not for you. I don't know. But here's the thing, guys. Though, just because selling on Craigslist might not be the thing for you, that doesn't mean you shouldn't get the Craigslist artist guide, the video version that I just created. The reason why is because, and I explained it on the video, but I'm gonna share this little tip with you guys here. Look, the whole point of it is to generate traffic, and I know that all the people watching this are smart people. I know that. If you've been watching me, if you've been, not because I'm smart, but because of the stuff that I've learned, guys, and I've been sharing them all the time. So I consider everyone who watches my videos very smart individuals. I wish I would have done the same thing, but it's not about selling on Craigslist. You can take the same idea, you can take the same approach, the sales letter, the idea of how to generate traffic, the creating urgency, and put it on an art fair or in a gallery show. Okay, if you're doing gallery shows, if you're doing pop-up gallery shows, use the Craigslist artist guide. Use it. Abuse it. Don't just use it, abuse it. And if you got any questions, DM me and I'll show you. I'll tell you, look, here's how you would do it in a gallery setting. Look, here's how you would do it here. Why? Because I'm still available. I make myself available. It's not like I'll sell you something and then I'll go and hide. No, like, please, I'm always here. So, anyways, guys, those of you who are interested in my new artist guide, Craigslist, how I made $525 in one day selling on Craigslist, the video version. It's a video, okay? It's a workshop video version. It's over I think it's over an hour long. At least it's an hour. Let me know, and I'll shoot you the link. All right? Take care, guys. I gotta get back to work, and stay cool. Stay real. Real weird. All right, guys. Take care. Much love. Bye-bye.